Hey YouTube, I'm coming back once again to let you know, well, let's talk about why should you become a CNA before you become a nurse. And the biggest thing with that, everybody have their own opinions. I know a few people who went straight into nursing school without any medical experience, and they realized that that's something that they did not want to do. And the only thing they kept telling me was, man, I wish I just would have, at least got a taste of the medical field, or at least did CNA before I decided to go to nursing school, because now I done took out all these student loans, I'm in debt, and I have a career that I don't even care about. So now what? So let's get started. So with CNA, I recommend everyone that wants to be a nurse to start from the bottom. Even if you got accepted into an RN program or LPN program already, why not just say, hey, I'm going to go take a little class before I get in the program. That way I can work and support myself while I'm in this program and understand what it is, that's out there that I need to learn before I become a nurse. So working as a CNA, I love it. Don't get me wrong, I'm not full-time right now, and that's probably why I love it the most. I'm PRN at a local hospital, but I love it due to the fact, like I said in my first video, it's pretty rewarding, and not, incentive-wise, but rewarding based on how you feel when you leave work, knowing that you didn't help somebody or you helped change someone. And you get a lot of patients who are so used to helping themselves and doing for themselves, they're not used to that. So by you taking the time to clean them or bathe them or do whatever you have to do, it means a lot to them. Another thing is, you get that experience, you get a taste of what it's going to be like a little bit as a nurse. You're not doing nursing work, but you're going to be working with nurses, and you're going to collaborate with your nurses, at the beginning of your shift. Let's say, I go into work at 6:30 in the morning, or on a morning shift or evening shift, maybe even a night shift. You get your report from the other CNA who took care of those patients before you got on that shift. So you get your report, you understand what's going on with your patients. Mind you, your nurse, if you have a good nurse, your nurse should come back around and say, okay, what did you get about this patient? Because maybe the nurse didn't get something that she was supposed to get from her nurse when getting report, or maybe you didn't get something, or maybe the nurse will come around and say, hey, don't forget, we got to get, a urine specimen or a stool specimen on this patient, and the CNA forgot to tell you, because it does happen. So even if your nurse doesn't come to you and try to collaborate with you, make sure you go to your nurse, because you want to make sure your patients are good before you leave. The last thing you want them to do is to call you at home and say, hey, you forgot to do this, or you didn't do this or that, And like I say, when you get in there, try to write down what you're going to do first. I normally go in with the routine. I always have my list: vitals, water, bathroom, bedtime. I'm telling you, it works for me. It works for me. And being a CNA, you're going to come up with that routine. I work with a lot of CNAs, and only a few I know that are big on rounding every 2 hours. And rounding, for people who don't know, is basically checking on your patient every 2 hours. And you want to make sure they have the 4 P's. For one, you want to make sure they're positioned, make sure they're comfortable. 2, you want to make sure they have their personal, such as their cell phone and everything, on their table. Excuse my daughter. 3, you want to make sure they use the bathroom. And 4, you want to make sure they are not in any pain. That keeps the patients off the call light. I'm telling you, it works. Do the 4 P's. Another thing is why you should become a CNA before nursing school. Here come my daughter. Another thing is you want to make sure that, anyway, so another thing why you want to do that, for one, you learn a lot of things before you even jump into the nursing field, such as, you learn how to get your urine specimens, your code, you learn how to do manual blood pressures. It's like you're starting from the bottom while you're trying to work your way on up. Like now, I'm going to talk about it in another video, but right now I'm a certified nurse assistant. I am currently waiting to take NCLEX boards for my practical nursing, and I'm currently going to school for a registered nurse. So yeah, it's a lot, but I'll talk about that in another video. But with that being said, you just learn so many things while working as a nurse assistant. Like, sometimes when you take the class, you know what I'm saying, you don't get a clear understanding until you actually out there doing the work. Like, for a long time, I don't know why, I had issues with learning how to put people on the bedpan. Like, that was like one of the hardest things for me to do. Manual blood pressures, I caught instantly. I just instantly learned how to do that. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, it's like you're starting your way from the bottom and you're working your way on up. Especially at a hospital, I get a lot of more experience than at a nursing home, because at a hospital, I'm getting a variety of different patients coming in and going out. So at a nursing home, you're constantly looking at those same patients, and you know, you just kind of know their routine, so you get stuck in the habit of just going in on what to do already. You know me, I like a challenging day. I like to learn something new, you know, and it's good. You know, it's just like, I just feel like that's something you should take on before you decide to make this big step in going to nursing school, because a lot of girls fight for those seats in nursing school, and for it to be given to someone who's not sure on what they want to do, that's kind of not fair to the next person. And I'm one of those people that's fighting for that seat. So you just have to pick and choose your battles. Like I said, nursing is a very rewarding field. I have friends that's they're LPNs right now, and you know, they were CNAs and CMTs before they even went ahead and did the LPN program, but they saying that nursing isn't for them. So it's a lot with that. But they're just now starting out, so they don't even know if that's something that they want to do. But you know, it can kind of go both ways. But on me, on the other hand, I've been wanting to do this since I was a little girl. And it's just, I'm ready to get to the top. Like, my goal is to be a CRNA, but I know it's gonna take a few years. But I'm kind of excited about the journey. You know, I have a daughter, and yes, it's hard because, you know, only me and her dad kind of go hand in hand. We don't really have too much support. So, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and go with a bang. Every semester I'm gonna start classes full time, and I'm gonna work. You gotta do what you gotta do. But like I said, the journey is amazing. I feel like you guys need to start at the bottom just to see if that's something that you really want to do. It's too many people out here that are nurses still to this day that just wish they would have done that. For one, for more experience, and for two, to make sure that's something that they really wanted to jump into. So you never really know. But good luck to you guys on your journey, and